Hi, everyone. This is the reading of the syllabus, which I do every semester. It's actually a contract between you and me. And so you should know the syllabus and what the requirements are for the course. First, I'll introduce myself. You haven't met me before. I'm Joan Kahn, and I'm an artist in the Pasadena area. I've been teaching here for 20 years at PCC and Art Center College of Design. So I'm happy to have you in the class. Yes, the syllabus. So I'm going to share my screen and go to the syllabus on my desktop. This is the PDF that I put into your Canvas area. So you have it there and you can download it as well. So I'm actually going to read it here and you can follow along with me. So you can download it and you can print it. Both are advisable. So my name is Professor Joan Kahn. Here's my email address so that you can email me whenever you want and whenever you have questions. This is the section number. We're in spring 2021, of course. And this course now is completely online. It is not always. I usually teach it in the classroom, but of course, because of COVID, teaching it online. So my office hours are 9 to 10 a.m. on Fridays, and you can drop in. There's a waiting room, and I'll see you and I'll let you in. I'm not always talking with people, so it may take 5 minutes before I see you. I check it every 5 minutes, but I'm there. You can email me, as I said before, and I will answer you hopefully within 24 hours, Monday through Friday. Weekends, it might take me a little bit longer, maybe not. But okay, so the recommended preparation for this course is a previous course using the computer, just so that you are computer literate. Grading is letter grade only, I think. If it's changed, most people choose to take a letter grade for this course anyway. Even if there is an audit option, which there wasn't in the past, I'm not sure now. This is an introduction to fundamental concepts, practices, and theories of digital art production. Topics include integration of traditional design and compositional principles with contemporary digital tools. Student learning objectives. DMA 012 is an introductory foundation course in digital creative tools. Students will identify the formal elements and principles, as well as skills and techniques of digital painting, bitmap images, and drawing, vector images, and investigate their role in two-dimensional compositions. 2, create and construct original two-dimensional designs using professional digital tools, materials, and output methods. 3, analyze and evaluate visually, orally, and in writing two-dimensional compositions utilizing the critique process. We'll be talking about all of these things later more. Student performance objectives. Upon completion of this course, the student will be able to, 1, apply the elements and principles of design in finished digital images and time-based works. 2, A, create a portfolio of work demonstrating formal, conceptual, and technical development. 2B, produce digital images and time-based work through various digital media input and output methods using vector or raster-based software. 2C, safely handle and maintain digital imaging hardware and materials. 3A, examine and describe contemporary approaches, language, aesthetics, and emerging media and digital art. 3B, evaluate and critique digital images and time-based media works utilizing relevant terminology and concepts, craftsmanship, theory and application, and expressive qualities of creative processes in relation to art and design fields. Note, the instructor reserves the right to modify the course content, schedule, grading procedures, and assignments as the situation dictates. The instructor will inform the students of any such changes via email and or class announcements. Grading and requirements. In this course, I have planned 3 projects. Each project is graded 50 points each. That's 75% of your grade. 7 exercises, 21 points total, 3 each, 10.5% of your grade. And the discussions, there's 7 discussions total, 3 project discussions and 4 content-directed discussions, meaning about the course, including the check-in discussion that you're required to do right away now. So the project discussions are worth more. They're 7 each, so 21 points. And the content-directed discussions really are for us to get to know each other and to communicate. And they're worth 2 points each, or 8 points, which is 4% of your grade. So total is 200 points, which is 100% of your grade. The projects will be graded on the basis of content, how well you grasped the concept of the assignment, excellence in thinking and performance within the domain of the course, the depth of your involvement in the assignment, as seen in your completed work, the conceptual and expressive development, and form, the aesthetic quality of the assignment, how it looks, attractiveness, skill and style development, craftsmanship and technique. The project's durations are 5 weeks, 4 weeks of ideation, development, and submission, and 1 week of discussion and critique. The discussion or critique will be open for a week after the due date for each project. Project 1 is due at the end of week 4. Project 2, due at the end of week 9. Project 3, due at the end of week 15. 7 exercises, I think that should be due at the end of week 14. I will check the week by week outline, which is in the next page. 7 exercises are provided to help you learn the new techniques for each project, as I said before. The exercises are due every 2 weeks through week 14. Participation in discussions, 7 points for each of the project discussions. As I said before, a talking points handout will be given in advance of each project discussion. That's very important because you'll be guided through the project discussion and you'll know what I want you to talk about. 2 points for each of the other discussions. The traditional college scale will be used to establish end of the semester grades. So I divide the 200 points in half and put it on a scale of 100. So for instance, 90 through 100 is an A, 80 through 89 is a B, 70 through 79 is a C, and so forth. Participation. A student may be dropped from the class when his or her participation on the basis of missed check-in assignment, some consecutive missed exercises, or a project and some exercises missed. If you request an extension or wish to explain lack of participation in order to continue in my class, please email or see me during my office hours. So if something's happened, you need to keep in touch. That's really important. Keep in touch. Class behavioral standards. Even though this is an online course, these behavioral standards still apply. While the classroom should be considered a forum for free exchange, discourteous, prejudicial, or disruptive behaviors will not be tolerated. Cheating or plagiarism will not be tolerated. And if you have questions about what plagiarism is, look at the student guide in the PCC on the PCC website. If you have a disability and believe you may need an accommodation such as materials in an alternate format per the Americans with Disabilities Act or Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, please contact Disabled Students Programs and Services in room D209, or here's the telephone number, 626-585-7127. Okay, the next pages, 2 more pages here, are a class outline. And if you look at the class outline, you'll see that it's a week-by-week schedule. Your .ed, which we're going to be following implicitly, is divided up into modules of 2 weeks. And in each module, there is a page that tells you how to go about doing the module. So I include PDFs of readings, some examples of images that you might want to look at that have been done before for the project. And that type of thing are all in the modules. There, as I said, it's really important to follow along in the page of the module. So this week-by-week schedule is really good for people who want to just check it to see, for instance, on February 18th, you might say, what are we doing? So you look at the module for that date, for that week, and you'll see what we're doing that week. But I consolidated 2 weeks, and those 2 weeks are the module. So you can see all the way down what we're doing each week. Also, most importantly, I put in on the right side of this week-by-week outline when things are due. So you can see that the check-in discussion is due in this week, week 1. So it's due on February 18th. So you should be doing that right now. Then exercise one is due at the end of week 2, which is the end of the first module. We're going to have another discussion in week 3, and at the end of the second module in week 4, exercise 2 is due, and also project 1 will be due at the end of week 4. So that's how it goes. You can see all the way down that I tell you each time an exercise, each time a project, each time a discussion is due. Going all the way, here's the spring break, the dates of the spring break right there. Going all the way down, you can see that at the very end, yes, project 3 is due at the end of week 14. I was correct a few minutes ago when I corrected the syllabus date for that. On week 3, it needs a correction. So everything, exercise 7, which is the last exercise in project 3, are due in week 14. Then we're going to have a discussion in week 14. That's becoming the end of the class. And in week 16, which is the very end of the class, all late work is due, and you can conference with me if you need to about your grades. So read through the syllabus. That's another part of your homework. I'll be putting that into the announcement this week. And do the check-in assignment. Then if we go all the way back, you can see that you are to be also watching videos in week 1 and week 2. So you'll have an introduction to Adobe Illustrator. You'll have an introduction to exercise 1, which is due at the end of next week, week 2. So yeah, that's it. And I'm glad to meet you. I'm glad to have you in the class. I will end this video now. I'm trying to make my videos a little shorter. Some of them get pretty long. And I will go on. There's 2 more pages to the syllabus in the next video, which will be the second part of the syllabus. Thank you.